The clubhouse turn for the second time. Roof Vent Gary still leading by 6 or 7 lengths, and he takes them by that 5/8 pole. Major Taconic attempts to close the gap, and he is racing second. Kate Finesse on the outside now. Peter Blood has gone to third. Kate Finesse is now fourth. GVSP, Lakeside Dusty, 3 wide, Dewey Dynamo and Trusty Bilbo. And Roof Vent Gary still leading by about 4 now by the 3/4 in 1:33 as they race into that far turn. It's Roof Vent Gary. His lead is dwindling now, only a length and a half. Closing the gap, and up on the inside, it's a GVSP racing second. Major Taconic is on the outside now. He is third as they come swinging for home. It is a Roof Vent Gary. Up on the inside, GVSP. Major Taconic is coming on. So is Peter Blood and Dewey Dynamo. They're coming down to the wire, and up on the inside, GVSP wins it. Tight for second. They were 6 wide down at the wire. Looks like maybe Trusty Bilbo, then Dewey Dynamo. They'll be calling for a photo for place. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 4. At the wire now, the unofficial winner of the 8th race. It's number 4, GVSP. GVSP is a brown pacing mare. She's 4 years by Cloud Cover out of Scarlet Vixen. She by Parker Bird. Owned by Rick Armstrong, Neil Grangello, and Edward Joyce of St. John. Trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong. GVSP picks up her second winning trip this season. It's her season's best tonight. She wins in 2:05 and 4. Number 4, GVSP with Rick Armstrong. The result of the 8th race is now official. Race 8 official. Kate Finesse was 7th. Peter Blood, 5th. Lakeside Dusty was 8th. GVSP, your race winner. Major Taconic, 6th. Roof Vent Gary, 3rd. Trusty Bilbo was 2nd, and Dewey Dynamo was 4th. The race times are by the 1/4 in 30 and 2. Past the half in 1:02, 3/4 in 1:33. GVSP your winner in 2:05 and 4. Your feature pays exactor 4 and 7, $45.10. Your triactor payoff on the combination of 476 on a $1 ticket pays $3,634.25. That's half is what it's shown on the infield tote board. And final are behind the gate and approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, there's Last Starfighter, Steve Mahar, Mr. Micey and Sam Hodgen, Mountain North, Winston Campbell, Denise Silster and Rick Armstrong, Head Games with Gary Vincent, Champagne Tiffany, Gilles Berriot, BJ's Noble with John Davidson, and Amy Singh and Brian Moore. 8 starters, and here they come. They're off, and as they leave the wire, Denise Silster pacing for the top. Up on the inside goes Last Starfighter. Head Games racing in between horses as they hit that first turn. Now Denise Silster has the top. Last Starfighter is racing second. On the outside, Head Games is racing third. Up on the inside, Mr. Micey is 4th as they go by the opening 8th pole. Then it is BJ's Noble, Mountain North, Champagne Tiffany, and Amy Singh trails as they race to the first 1/4. Denise Silster with Head Games battling second on the outside. Last Starfighter is racing third. They're your first 3 by that initial marker with Denise Silster on top by the 1/4 in 31 seconds flat. They drive into that far turn. Denise Silster by half a length. Head Games parked, hanging second on the outside. Last Starfighter racing third. BJ's Noble up on the outside. He is moving 4th as they go by the 3/8 pole. Then it's a Mr. Micey, Mountain North, Champagne Tiffany, and Amy Singh as they come racing down the stretch in front of the grandstand for that first time. And still Denise Silster holds her lead. Head Games is parked and hangs second on the outside. Last Starfighter is racing up on the inside third with cover. BJ's Noble is 4th. They're by the half by that marker in 1:03 and 3. Into the clubhouse turn for the second and final time. Denise Silster a length. On the outside, Head Games tiring second. Last Starfighter up on the inside. BJ's Noble tips out 3 wide, and he drives on strong as they go to the 3/4. It's Denise Silster, 3 wide. BJ's Noble has come to second. On the inside, Last Starfighter is third. Mr. Micey a strong 4th. Head Games is spent and fading 5th. Mountain North, Champagne Tiffany, Amy Singh, but Denise Silster took them by the 3/4. 1:36 and 3. Denise Silster and BJ's Noble. Starfighter looks for room. On the outside, Mr. Micey. He is racing fourth. Up on the inside, Mountain North. Champagne Tiffany is 3 wide, and they come driving home. It's Denise Silster. In between horses, BJ's Noble. Mr. Micey comes on, and Last Starfighter is looking for room. On the extreme outside, Champagne Tiffany. Denise Silster, Last Starfighter coming down to the wire, and here they are. Denise Silster, Last Starfighter, Mr. Micey third. Time for the mile, 2:09 and 2. And parading back now, the winner of the 9th and final, it's number 4, Denise Silster. Denise Silster is a bay mare, 5 years by Dreammaker out of Diana Silster. She by Good Enough. Owned by Rick Armstrong, Neil Grangello, and Ken Martin of St. John. Trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong, Denise Silster picks up her first winning trip of this new decade this afternoon in 2:09 and 2. Number 4, Denise Silster, and driver Ricky Armstrong. The result of the 9th and final is now official. Race 9 official. Last Starfighter second. Mr. Micey third. Mountain North was 7th. Denise Silster, your race winner. Head Games 8th. Champagne Tiffany 5th. BJ's Noble 4th, and Oh Amy Singh 6th. The race times by the quarter in 31 seconds. Past the half in 1:03 and 3. 3/4 in 1:36 and 3. Denise Silster, your winner, in 2:09 and 2.
Pierce at 7-1. Laser Beam from the 4-hole is at 9-5. The favorite is the outside horse, the one we talked about, Seltzer Blue, with John Campbell going from the number 8 post position. And we're ready for the start and the call from John Bothy.
And they're off. It's Count Con for the lead. Hustled up on the outside, Chef's Magic. Round the first turn. And it's Chef's Magic on the outside to the front early. With Count Con second, Nap Sugar in third. Gap of a length and a half to Smart Alley in fourth. Another 2 to Laser Beam. Then a length and a half to Hubris. 2 back to Seltzer Blue. And 3 to Yankee Tradition. About the quarter in 29 and 2. And it's Chef's Magic leading it. Charging up on the outside, Smart Alley. Count Con is third. Nap Sugar fourth. Another length to Laser Beam, followed by Hubris. The trailers are Seltzer Blue and Yankee Tradition. They approach the half, and Smart Alley is now taking over the lead. Quickly rushing up on the outside is Laser Beam. Chef's Magic now third, with Hubris the outside of fourth. By the half in 59 and 1. On to the far turn, and it's Laser Beam down to the front by a length. Hubris the outside second, with Smart Alley in third. Seltzer Blue a second over fourth. Chef's Magic shuffled back to fifth. Nap Sugar the outside sixth, and the Yankee Tradition and Count Con. They go by 3/4 in 1:28 even as they turn for home. It's Laser Beam in front by a head. From between horses, Hubris. Up on the outside, Seltzer Blue. Laser Beam with Hubris and Seltzer Blue on the outside. And Seltzer Blue takes command and begins edging away. It's all Seltzer Blue in front.
Great last quarter. Tiny little horse, but let me tell you, he can fly. Got an excellent trip in the able hands of John Campbell.
That's right. Lou Guida, the owner, was recently looking at a publication. He saw an article on Seltzer Blue. It was only 14.1 hands, as you can see, second over right here. He faxed it to his trainer, Kenny Sieber. They went to look at the horse, and they bought it for $110,000. Last year, he was 13 for 13, but made $68,000 racing in the Maritimes in the Canadian Fair Circuit. And now they raced him at Yonkers. He won his first start, was interfered with last week. He's 14 for 15 going in. Now he goes for the big money, and he wins handily here on the outside. This is a 56 last half that he's closing into. So individually, it's 55 and 2 for John. And a very good effort also for Hubris, the other Canadian invader in the race. First over, and he hangs tough to qualify for Mike McDonald. But 2 Canadian imports, 1-2. Seltzer Blue looks like he might be the real thing.
Seltzer Blue, Lou Guida's horse, LPG Standardbred Associates, Bonnie Castle, and MRF Racing Club in New Jersey and New York. Kenny Sieber trains, John Campbell on the bike. The favorites.
The gate. Fantastic with Lonnie Stokes. My choice, too, with John Davidson. Rebel Lulu and Bernie Charlton, Leah Joe, Rick Collins. Shalimar Mo with Ricky Armstrong. Mackmore Gentry, Steve Mahar, Moonwind Pride, Mike Daly. Head Games with Gary Vincent. Here they come. They're off, and Leah Joe and My Choice 2 battling for the lead. Leah Joe on the outside. My Choice 2 moves up on the inside. They're neck and nose to nose as they race around the turn. Oh, Leah Joe now. My Choice 2 racing second. They're by the eighth. On up the backstretch for the quarter. Leah Joe now a length. My Choice 2 is second. Head Games racing to third. Fantask is fourth. Then it's Rebel Lulu. Shell the Mark Moe. Macmore Gentry. Moon Wind Pride trailing the field. Leah Joe the leader by the opening quarter. 30 and 1/5. They go over to the top turn. It's Leah Joe leading by 2 lengths. My Choice 2 second. Head Games has third. Fantastic and Rebel Lulu. They come off the top turn. On through the stretch, and here they come, racing to the half. Leah Joe is in command, has the best of it by 2. My Choice 2 racing second. Head Games is third. Fantastic makes a move now from fourth. Shalamark Moe moving up fifth on the outside. Then it's Rebel Lulu, Macmore Gentry, Moon Wind Pride. They were by the half. 102 and 2. Round the turn to the 5/8 they go. Leah Joe. Fantastic lapped on her. Up strong second on the outside. Then Shalamark Moe to third. My Choice 2 is fourth. Then up on the outside, Macmore Gentry, Head Games, Moonwind Pride, Rebel Lulu as they go to the 3/4 pole, and Fantastic is the leader by that marker. He took him by the 3/4, 1:34 and 4. Top turn, Fantastic, and on the outside, Shalamark Moe, a strong second and coming on. Leah Joe is third, Macmore Gentry outside is a strong fourth, and they swing for home. Pacing out on top, Fantastic and Shalamark Moe coming on. So is Macmore Gentry. 3 of them neck and neck now, Shalamark Moe, and here they are at the line. Shalamark Moe, Macmore Gentry, then Fantastic tight for fourth. Leah Joe, Rebel Lulu, My Choice 2 and Moonwind Pride tight. Head Games was 8th. And time for the mile, 2:06 and 2. And the result of the 6th race official, Fantastic was 3rd. My Choice 2 was 6th. Rebel Lulu was 5th. Leah Joe 4th. Shalamark Moe, your race footer, Macmore Gentry was 2nd. Moonwind Pride 7th, and Head Games was 8th. Race times the quarter 30 and 1/5. The half 102 and 2. 3/4 134 and 4. The time for the mile 26 and 2.
Oh, Ricky Armstrong. Pep Rally and John Davidson. Wildwood Frisco, Brian Moore. L.A. Lancer with Gary Vincent. French Lynx, Ivan Davies. Golden Fella, Gilles Berriot, and from the outside, Keystone Lynx and Steve Mahar. Here they come. They're off a terrific start as they leave the wire. Newport Skipper takes the early command, and racing in between horses goes Pep Rally and Wildwood Frisco as they hit that first turn. Newport Skipper, Pep Rally racing second now. On the outside, Wildwood Frisco rushing on from third by the opening 8th pole. Then it is racing up on the inside. Shalamark Moe, L.A. Lancer, 5th on the outside. Then it is French Lynx, Golden Fella, and the trailer is Keystone Lynx. But up front, Wildwood Frisco has taken the top. Newport Skipper will settle for the garden spot as they go by the first quarter. L.A. Lancer parked third on the outside. 30 and 3/5 by the opening marker. It's Wildwood Frisco and Newport Skipper. L.A. Lancer is parked and hanging third. Then it's Pep Rally racing fourth. Golden Fella, he is on the move and driving 5th on the outside with cover. Shalamark Moe is 6th, then French Lynx and the trailer. Keystone Lynx as they come racing in front of the grandstand for the first time. Up front and cutting it out, it's Wildwood Frisco. Newport Skipper is 2nd. L.A. Lancer is hanging 3rd. Pep Rally is 4th. They're by the half. Wildwood Frisco took them by that marker, 102 and 2. Into the clubhouse turn for the second time. Wildwood Frisco and Newport Skipper still sitting pretty. He is racing 2nd. Pep Rally is 3rd. L.A. Lancer is dropped back to 4th as they go by the 5/8 and drive to the 3/4. Shalamark Moe, then Golden Fella. French Lynx tips out 3 wide, and up on the inside trailing it is Keystone Lynx. To the 3/4, Wildwood Frisco. Out from 3rd and going to 2nd, Pep Rally. Newport Skipper's now racing 3rd. Shalamark Moe is in contention and racing 4th. 1:34 and 1 by the 3/4. It's Wildwood Frisco. Pep Rally coming to him, racing second. Racing 3 wide, a strong third, Shelamark Mo. Then it's Newport Skipper, Keystone Lakes, French Lakes, Golden Fella, L.A. Lancer, and here they come for home. Wildwood Frisco. Pep Rally is coming on. Shelamark Mo is strong as they come for home. It's Wildwood Frisco. In between them comes a Shelamark Mo at the wire, tight. Looks like could be Shelamark Mo, Wildwood Frisco, tight between Pep Rally and Keystone Lakes. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 3. The judges have called for a photo for win in this 10th and final. Parading back in the photo for win, first off, number 2, Shelamark Mo. Shelamark Mo is a brown gelding 4 years by Seedling Herbert out of Tangerine Herbert. She by Quiet Man. Owned by Rick Armstrong and Neil Grangello of St. John, trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong. Also in the photo for win, number 4, Wildwood Frisco. A bay horse 5 by Royce out of Wildwood Fran, she by Falcon Elmhurst. Owned by Brian Moore of Grand Bay and John Lawson of St. John, trained and driven by Brian Moore. We wait for a photo for win. The result of the 10th and final now official. Race 10 official. Newport Skipper, 6th. Shelamark Mo, your race winner. Pep Rally was 3rd. Wildwood Frisco, 2nd. L.A. Lancer, 8th. French Lynx was 5th. Golden Fella, 7th. And Keystone Lynx was 4th. The race times by the quarter in 30 and 3. Past the half in 1:02 and 2. 3 quarters, 1:34 and 1. Shelamark Mo, your winner in 2:05 and 3. Armstrong and Neil Grangello of St. John. Rick Armstrong driving. The 2 is Swagger Stick, owned by Barbara Moore of St. John. Ron Robertson drives. Number 3, Kevin Dillon, owned by Mel Blanchard of St. John. Jody Hennessy will drive. The 4 is Looks Easy, owned by Joe Lindsay of St. Stephen with Steve Mahar aboard. Number 5, La Bonne Laura, owned by Jacques Babin of St. John. Ross McDonald driving. Horse 6, Loon Bay Lady, owned by Gardner Russell of St. Stephen with Doug Falkins driving. The 7, Gaelic Nemesis, owned by Donald Kerr of St. John. John Davidson will drive, and horse number 8 is Miramichi Ronnie, owned by Clayton and Joseph McCombs of Newcastle. Winston Campbell, your driver. 8 starters for the 4th race, and you have less than 7 minutes to post time.
And we're all set down for the 4th. We have 8 starters. Dandy Sealster, Rick Armstrong. Swagger Stick with Ron Robertson. Kevin Dillon and Jody Hennessy. Looks Easy with Steve Mahar. La Bonne Laura, Ross McDonald. Loon Bay Lady, Doug Falcons. Gaelic Nemesis with John Davidson and Miramichi Ronnie with Winston Campbell. Here they come. Have a recall. We have a recall. And we're all set to go again. Second try for the 4th race. Behind the gate, 8 starters. Again, Dandy Sealster, Rick Armstrong. Swagger Stick with Ron Robertson. Kevin Dillon, Jody Hennessy. Looks Easy with Steve Mahar. La Bonne Laura, Ross McDonald. Loon Bay Lady, Doug Falcons. Gaelic Nemesis, John Davidson. Miramichi Ronnie with Winston Campbell. And here they come. They're off, and Dandy Sealster grabs the top. La Bonne Laura going for it. She's a wide 3rd, and up in between them, Kevin Dillon. They're into the turn, and now Kevin Dillon takes the top with La Bonne Laura. Rushing up on the outside, left on the leader, bidding for the top. They're neck and neck as they go by the 8th pole, and Kevin Dillon holds the lead. La Bonne Laura backing off now, and she'll settle for cover behind the leader. 2nd on the rail. Dandy Sealster has a 3rd. Then Looks Easy is a 4th. Miramichi Ronnie his 5th. Swagger Stick as they go racing on by the quarter, 31 and 3. Then we go to Loon Bay Lady and Gaelic Nemesis trailing the field, and they work their way around the top turn. Pacing out on top of it is Kevin Dillon. He has the best of it, like for the half. La Bonne Laura racing 2nd, and they're by the 3/8 now, tipping off the top turn and through the stretch. Here they come. They're racing to the half. Kevin Dillon. Here comes La Bonne Laura, charging up 2nd again. Dandy Sealster has 3rd. Looks Easy up on the outside, moving a 4th. Then it is Miramichi Ronnie, Swagger Stick, Loon Bay Lady, Gaelic Nemesis, they were by the half and 5. They're into the turn. Racing on to the 5/8 pole now, and Kevin Dillon holding his lead. Le Bon Laura at his wheel, racing second. Dandy Sealster third, looks easy fourth. Miramichi Ronnie moving fifth. Then up on the outside, Loon Bay Lady, Swagger Stick, and Gaelic Nemesis. They're on to the 3/4, and again the two leaders neck and nose to nose as they go driving on by the 3/4 pole. 1:36 and 3, Kevin Dillon and Le Bon Laura driving hard on the outside. Dandy Sealster is a third. They come to the 7/8 pole. Kevin Dillon holding his lead. Le Bon Laura driving hard second. They swing for home. Kevin Dillon, Le Bon Laura racing a second, and Dandy Sealster is Kevin Dillon. He's holding, and here they are. Kevin Dillon wins it. Then Dandy Sealster, Le Bon Laura tight for fourth. Miramichi Ronnie looks easy. Swagger Stick, Loon Bay Lady, Gaelic Nemesis, and the time for the mile.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the starters in the 10th race are now coming to the track. We parade now the starters in race number 10. This one is for pacers. It's a $1,500 claiming pace with allowances. We have 8 starters. They're racing for a purse of $650. 2 betting features, exactor and triactor. Number 1 is Mr. Micey, owned and driven by Brian McLean of St. John. Horse 2, Surpriser, owned by Francis Bailmans of Hampstead. The driver is Mike Downey. The 3 is J.B. Pendle, owned by Rick Armstrong and Neil Grangello of St. John. The driver is Ricky Armstrong. Number 4, Moonwind Pride, owned by John C. Davies of St. John. Gilles Berriot driving. The 5 is Harry the Hat, owned by Joe Lindsay of St. Stephen. Steve Mahar aboard. Number 6, Laura Lee Prospect, owned by Bob McDonald of Hampton. The driver is Ross McDonald. Number 7, the Free-Legged Pacer Head Games, owned by Twyla Vincent of Hampton. Winston Campbell, the driver. And horse 8 is Pep Rally, owned and driven by John Davidson of St. John. 8 starters for the 10th race, and you have less than 6 minutes to post time now. 10th race starters behind the gate and approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, there's Mr. Micey with Brian McLean, Surpriser and Mike Downey, J.B. Pendle, Rick Armstrong, Moonwind Pride, Gilles Berriot, Harry the Hat with Steve Mahar, Laura Lee Prospect, Ross McDonald, Head Games, Winston Campbell, and Pep Rally with John Davidson. Here they come. They're off and leaving the wire. Mr. Micey on the inside, battles for it. On the outside goes J.B. Pendle as they hit that first turn. Surpriser dips into third. Into the first turn, J.B. Pendle now takes the top. Mr. Micey is racing second. Surpriser is third as they go by the first 8th pole. Moonwind Pride driving fourth. Head Games settles back now. He's racing fifth. Then it's Harry the Hat, Laura Lee Prospect, and Pep Rally. They're well spread out as they go to the first quarter, and J.B. Pendle has the front end, leading a length and a half. Mr. Micey and Surpriser is racing third. They go by the first quarter, by the quarter in 30 1/5. Into that far turn, the quarter in 31 seconds. Into the far turn, it's J.B. Pendle on top. Mr. Micey is sitting pretty. He is racing second. Racing third, Surpriser. Moonwind Pride is fourth. Harry the Hat now up on the outside. He's moving fifth. By the 3/8, and they come off the top turn and race down the stretch in front of the grandstand. Up front, cutting it out, J.B. Pendle, Mr. Micey. Harry the Hat up on the outside. He comes to third. Surpriser on the inside, racing fourth. Laura Lee Prospect racing with cover, fifth. Then Moonwind Pride, Head Games, and Pep Rally trails by the half in 1:06 and 2. Into the clubhouse turn for the second time. J.B. Pendle still has the top. Harry the Hat up on the outside. He gets to second as they go by the 5/8. Mr. Micey locked in third on the rail. Laura Lee Prospect is driving fourth. Surpriser, Head Games, Moonwind Pride, and a Pep Rally to the 3/4. J.B. Pendle steppens up the pace. He takes them by the 3/4, leading 1 length. Harry the Hat is racing second. To the inside, Mr. Micey caught in, nowhere to go. He is third. The 3/4 by that marker. By the 3/4 in 1:38. Into that far turn, J.B. Pendle. Harry the Hat still hangs gamely second. Driving up on the inside, looking for room, Mr. Micey. Laura Lee Prospect tips out 3 wide and driving fourth, and they come for home. J.B. Pendle and Harry the Hat. Mr. Micey looks for room. Laura Lee Prospect is coming on. It's J.B. Pendle, Harry the Hat, Laura Lee Prospect as they hit the line. J.B. Pendle, your winner. Then Harry the Hat, Laura Lee Prospect, and Mr. Micey fourth. Time for the mile, 2:09 and 4. And parading back now, the unofficial winner of the 10th race, it's number 3, J.B. Pendle. J.B. Pendle is a black gelding, 11 years, by Ira Lobel, out of Pendle Witch, she by Caliburn. Owned by Rick Armstrong and Neil Grangello of St. John, trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong, J.B. Pendle picks up his first win of the season this afternoon in 2:09 and 4. Number 3, J.B. Pendle and Rick Armstrong. The result of race number 10 is official. Race 10 official. Mr. Micey, 4th. Surpriser was 5th. J.B. Pendle, your race winner. Moonwind Pride, 7th. Harry the Hat was 2nd. Laura Lee Prospect, 3rd. Head Games, 6th. Pep Rally was 8th. The race times by the quarter in 31. Past the half in 1:06 and 2. 3/4 in 1:38. J.B. Pendle, your winner in 2:09 and 4.
Now we're all set for the 6th race. We have a field of 7 behind the gate, approaching the top of the stretch. On the rails, Riverie with Freddie Charlton, then Hillview Naughty with John Davidson. Dusty Lane Joe with Winston Campbell. Dandy Silster, Rick Armstrong. Glengal Cobra, Jody Hennessy. Rosemont with Steve Mahar. Cadillac Star with Mike Downey. Here they come. They're off. Dandy Sealster takes him out of there. Hillview Naughty racing 2nd. Dusty Lane Joe racing on the 3rd. Rosemont on the outside 4th. Glengal Cobra. Then Chivalry and Cadillac Star trailing on the outside. Around the turn, they're by the 8th pole now. Dandy Sealster's pacing with the lead. He's on top a length and a half, and Hillview Naughty racing is 2nd. Dusty Lane Joe has a 3rd. Then Rosemont is 4th. Glengal Cobra racing 5th. Chevrolet and the trailer Cadillac Star as they go on by the quarter pole now, and Dandy Sealster was the leader by that marker in 32 and 3. They race out of the top turn. Dandy Sealster on top, and then Hillview Naughty is 2nd. Dusty Lane Joe has 3rd. Chevrolet on the outside racing on the 4th. Then it is Rosemont. Glengal Cobra on the move. Cadillac Star trailing. They come through the stretch. On to the half up front, Dandy Sealster. Here comes Dusty Lane Joe racing up in between horses. And it is Chivalry on the outside. On to 2nd now, and he goes winging for the top. Then Hillview Naughty is 3rd. Dusty Lane Joe racing 4th. They were by the half, 1:06. Round the turn, they go to the 5/8 pole. Pacing on top, Dandy Sealster. Chivalry racing is 2nd. Hillview Naughty has 3rd. Dusty Lane Joe outside driving 4th. Then it is Rosemont, Glengal Cobra, Cadillac Star trails. Then Dusty Lane Joe is on the run. They go to the 3/4 pole. Dandy Sealster, Chivalry on the outside challenging is 2nd. Hillview Naughty has a 3rd. They were by the 3/4 pole. 1:36 and 2. Round the turn, Dandy Sealster steps out. Chevrolet racing 2nd. Hillview Naughty, Glengal Cobra. Cadillac Star, Rosemont and Dusty Lane Joe, and they head for home. It is Dandy Sealster. Chevrolet racing is 2nd. Hillview Naughty holding 3rd. It is Dandy Sealster. Chevrolet coming on tight at the line, but Dandy Sealster holding Chevrolet. Hillview Naughty, Glengal Cobra, Cadillac Star, Dusty Lane Joe, and Rosemont. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 1. And parading now, the winner of the 6th race, number 4, Dandy Sealster. A Bay filly, 3 years, by River Rouge, out of Dark Talk by Smog. By Rick Armstrong and Neil Grangello of St. John, trained and driven by Rick Armstrong. The filly gets her 2nd winning trip this season, her 2nd in a row, winning tonight 2:07 and 1. Race out of the 6th race official. 6th race official, Chevrolet was 2nd. Hillview Naughty 3rd. Dusty Lane Joe was 6th. Dandy Sealster, your race winner. Glengal Cobra 4th. Rosemont 7th. Cadillac Star 5th. The times, the quarter 32 and 3, the half 106. 3/4 136 and 2. Half a mile 27 and 1.
They are behind the gate and approaching the top of the stretch. There's Shelamark Mall with Rick Armstrong. French Lynx with Ivan Davies. Golden Fella, Gilles Barrio. Snake Charmer, John Davidson. Keystone Lynx with Doug Falcons. Rebel Lulu, Colleen Clancy. Laurel Prospect with Ross McDonald. And Easy Time Gal with Steve Mahar. Here they come. They're off, and as they leave the wire, French Lynx and Golden Fella first off go battling for the top. Shelamark Mo racing up on the inside to take them from them both. As they hit that first turn, Shelamark Mo has the top. French Lynx up on the outside, driving for it. Working up on the inside to third goes a Snake Charmer as they go by the first eighth pole. Up the backstretch now to the opening quarter. Shelamark Mo shows the way. French Lynx settles for cover behind the leader. Racing to third is Snake Charmer, then Golden Fella, Rebel Lulu, Keystone Lynx, Laurel Prospect, and Easy Time Gal trails single file, one by one, opening quarter in 31 seconds flat. Racing into that far turn, it's Shelamark Mo cutting it out, leading by 1 length. Racing in the pocket second is French Lynx with Snake Charmer. Racing third, Golden Fella fourth. Easy Time Gal from the back of the pack now. Up on the outside, she comes to fifth, followed by Laurel Prospect. Then it's Rebel Lulu in the trailer, Keystone Lynx, but she is on the move as well. In front of the grandstand they go for the first of two, and showing the way, Shelamark Mo. French Lynx with Easy Time Gal. Up on the outside, she comes to third. Snake Charmer on the rail is fourth. They were by the half in 1:05. Into the clubhouse turn for the second and final time. It's Shelamark Mo with Easy Time Gal up on the outside, at her wheel racing second. French Lynx on the rail racing third as they go by the 5/8 and drive to the 3/4. Shelamark Mo and Easy Time Gal go battling neck and neck for the lead. French Lynx is third. Laurel Prospect is strong with cover fourth. Then it's Keystone Lynx, Snake Charmer, Golden Fella, Rebel Lulu trails, but by the 3/4. Shelamark Mo holds on to his lead 3/4 in 1:35 and 3. They drive into that far turn. Shelamark Mo leads by half a length. Easy Time Gal is hanging second. French Lynx looks for room racing third, and Laurel Prospect tips out 3 wide. She's a strong fourth, and here they come for home. Shelamark Mo, French Lynx looking for room. Easy Time Gal, Snake Charmer is there. Coming for home, it's Shelamark Mo and the French Lynx at the wire. Shelamark Mo holds. Then French Lynx, and looks like Easy Time Gal and Laurel Prospect, rather Snake Charmer and Laurel Prospect. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 2. At the wire now, the unofficial winner of the 10th and final. It's number 1, Shelamark Mo. Shelamark Mo is a brown gelding 4 years by Seedling Herbert out of Tangerine Herbert. She by Quiet Man. Owned by Rick Armstrong and Neil Grangello of St. John. Trained and driven by Rick Armstrong. Shelamark Mo picks up his 5th winning trip of 1990 tonight in 2:06 and 2. And from this 10th race, number 1 Shelamark Mo has been claimed by Keith Silliker of Kensington, Prince Edward Island. The result of the 10th and final is now official. Race 10 official. Shelamark Mo, your race winner. French Lynx, 2nd. Golden Fella, 7th. Snake Charmer was 3rd. Keystone Lynx, 6th. Rebel Lulu was 8th. Laurel Prospect, 4th. Easy Time Gal was 5th. The race times, they were by the quarter in 31 seconds. Past the half in 1:05. 3/4 in 1:35 and 3. Shelamark Mo, your winner, in 2:06 and 2. Well, that final dash are behind the gate and approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, there's Kilkieran Eagle with Brian Moore. Surpriser and Doug Falcons. Man and Direct with Ross McDonald. Pep Rally, John Davidson. Denise Sealster with Rick Armstrong. Fly Ziggy, Jody Hennessy. Winged Prospect, Winston Campbell, and from the outside, L.A. Lancer and Gary Vincent. Here they come. They're off and winging quickly off the starting gate. Going to the top is the Denise Sealster. She grabs the early lead. Pep Rally racing on to second, and Fly Ziggy up on the outside is third as they hit that first turn. Kilkieran Eagle is racing fourth, and Winged Prospect grabbing fifth. by the first eighth pole, and Denise Silster is a little bit rough and back pacing again. She leads by about 2 1/4 lengths. Pep Rally is second, and Fly Ziggy is third. Then the others, Kill Kieran Eagle, Winged Prospect, Surpriser, Man and Direct, and L.A. Lancer trails that pack. Denise Silster is on top, and she took them by the first quarter. By the quarter, 32 seconds. Into that far turn, they drive to the 3/8 pole. Denise Silster is showing the way. Pep Rally and Fly Ziggy. That's Kill Kieran Eagle now, off the rail and challenging from a fourth. Then it's Winged Prospect, Surpriser, Man in Direct, and the trailer is L.A. Lancer as they come off the top turn and race to the half. Denise Silster into Pep Rally on the outside is out from second to challenge. They race in front of the grandstand. Denise Silster, Pep Rally on the outside. He is challenging second as they go by the half. Fly Ziggy is third. Kill Kieran Eagle is moving fourth. They were by the half in 1:05 2. Into the clubhouse turn for the second time. Still the leader remains Denise Silster. She clings to a 1-length lead. Pep Rally is challenging second by the 5/8 pole. Fly Ziggy is driving third. Then Kill Kieran Eagle, Man and Direct, Winged Prospect, Surpriser, and L.A. Lancer, and they go to the 3/4. The leader still Denise Silster, 3/4 of a length. Pep Rally racing second. Fly Ziggy third on the rail. On the outside, Kill Kieran Eagle is fourth. They were by the 3/4 in 1:37 2/5. Into the far turn once again. Denise Silster still on top, a length. Pep Rally hanging gamely second. Fly Ziggy is locked in third. He's looking for room. On the outside, Kill Kieran Eagle, Man and Direct is there as well, and they come driving for home. Denise Silster looking for room. It's a Fly Ziggy on the outside. Pep Rally, Denise Silster, Pep Rally, Kill Kieran Eagle is there. Denise Silster is holding. Here they are at the line. Denise Silster, Pep Rally. Then it looks like Kill Kieran Eagle and Man and Direct. Time for the mile, 2:10 3. And we parade back now the unofficial winner of the evening's 9th and final race. It is number 5, Denise Silster. Denise Silster is a bay pacing mare, 5 years, by Dreammaker, out of Diana Silster, she by Goodenough. Owned by Rick Armstrong, Neil Grangello, and Kenneth Martin of St. John, trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong. Denise Silster is picking up her second winning trip this season. Tonight she wins through the mud in 2:10 3. Number 5, Denise Silster and Rick Armstrong. The result of the 9th and final dash is now official. Race 9 official. Kill Kieran Eagle was 3rd. Surpriser, 7th. Man and Direct was 4th. Pep Rally, 2nd. Denise Silster, your race winner. Fly Ziggy, 5th. Winged Prospect, 6th. L.A. Lancer was 8th. The race times, by the quarter in 32 seconds. Past the half in 1:05 2. 3/4 in 1:37 2. Denise Silster, your winner, in a time of 2:10 3. Approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, there's BJ's Noble with John Davidson. Denise Silster with Rick Armstrong. Surpriser and Doug Falcons. Harry the Hat with Steve Mahar. KM Dream, Bernie Charlton. Lakeside Dusty with Jody Hennessy. And Kill Kieran Eagle with Brian Moore. Here they come. They're off, and first off to leave the wire goes Denise Silster. She prances 4 and grabs the early lead with BJ's Noble racing up second. On the outside, Lakeside Dusty is driving to third as they hit that first turn. It's Denise Silster with BJ's Noble second by the opening 8th pole. Lakeside Dusty now third. He goes on. Then it's KM Dream Surpriser. Harry the Hat. The trailer is Kill Kieran Eagle. Up the backstretch for the opening quarter. Denise Silster with Lakeside Dusty battling second on the outside now. Lakeside Dusty takes the top by the opening quarter. Denise Silster racing in second. By the first quarter, 31 seconds flat. BJ's Noble is driving third. Then it's KM Dream Surpriser. Harry the Hat is on the move from 6th, and the trailer also moving though is Kill Kieran Eagle. Off the 3/8 pole, Lakeside Dusty took them by that marker. He leads as they come racing in front of the grandstand for the first time. Lakeside Dusty, Denise Silster, BJ's Noble. Off the rail now, challenging from third. KM Dream now racing with cover, first over 4th. Then it is a Surpriser, Harry the Hat. Kill Kieran Eagle trails the pack. Lakeside Dusty on top by the half in 1:03 1. Into the clubhouse turn for the second time. Lakeside Dusty still shows the way a length and a quarter. BJ's Noble on the outside has come to second. Denise Silster racing third as they go by the 5/8 and make their way to the 3/4. Lakeside Dusty, a length and 3/4 now. Denise Silster up on the inside, racing second. BJ's Noble is third. KM Dream tips out 3 wide. Harry the Hat is 4 wide as they go by the 3/4, 4 wide. Still on top, though, Lakeside Dusty, 1:34 and 2. Lakeside Dusty, 3 wide. KM Dream coming to second. Denise Silster up on the inside, third. BJ's Noble fading in between horses, fourth. Then it's Surpriser, Harry the Hat, Kill, Kieran Eagle. They are in a bunch as they come off the top turn and drive for home. Lakeside Dusty and Denise Silster giving him a go on the outside. Surpriser is third. They're coming for the wire, and Denise Silster has come to the top. It's Denise Silster, Lakeside Dusty. At the line, Denise Silster, Lakeside Dusty. Looks like KM Dream for third, Surpriser for fourth. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 2. It's number 2, Denise Silster. Denise Silster is a bay pacing mare. She's 5 years by Dreammaker. Out of Diana Silster, she by Good Enough. Owned by Rick Armstrong, Neil Grangello, and Kenneth Martin of St. John. She's trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong, and she picks up her 3rd winning trip of 1990. Her season's best so far tonight. Denise Silster, 2:06 and 2 for Ricky Armstrong. The result of race number 9 is now official. The 9th race is official. BJ's Noble was 6th. Denise Silster, your race winner. Surpriser, 4th. Harry the Hat was 5th. KM Dream, 3rd. Lakeside Dusty, 2nd. Kill Kieran Eagle was 7th. The race times are by the quarter in 31. Past the half in 1:03 and 1. 3/4 in 1:34 and 2. Denise Silster, your winner, in 2:06 and 2. At the gate, behind the gate, approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, Remember Nev with Jill Berrio. La Bonne Laura with Ross McDonald. Shia Boy, Sean Shannon. Mountain North, Winston Campbell. Kill Kieran Eagle with Brian Moore. Mormac Doris, Don Mahar. Nichols Meadow, Steve Mahar. J.B. Pendle with Ricky Armstrong. Here they come. They're off, and as they leave the wire, Remember Nev, and in between horses goes Shia Boy. On the outside, J.B. Pendle. They're all battling for the top as they race into the first turn, and Shia Boy in between horses shows on top. Remember Nev racing up on the inside, racing up third by the opening 8th is J.B. Pendle as they straighten up and go to the first quarter. Remember Nev up on the inside again takes the top. Shia Boy will be forced to go on, and now Shia Boy prancing to the top now. Remember Nev and J.B. Pendle third. La Bonne Laura out and moving fourth. By the first quarter, Mountain North, Mormac Doris. Kill Kieran Eagle, and the trailer is Nichols Meadow. The opening quarter in 30 and 2. Into the far turn they race to the 3/8 pole. It's Shia Boy and La Bonne Laura up on the outside. Coming to second, Remember Nev. Under a tight hold, racing third along the rail. J.B. Pendle is racing fourth. Mormac Doris racing on the outside with cover fifth. Then Mountain North, Kill Kieran Eagle, and Nichols Meadow trails. They're racing in front of the grandstand, battling for the top on the inside. Shia Boy, La Bonne Laura is on the outside. They're neck and neck on by the half. They were by that half-mile marker, 1:04. Into the clubhouse turn for the second time. Shia Boy and La Bonne Laura on the outside is hanging second. Remember Nev still under a tight hold, racing third. J.B. Pendle now comes off the rail, a challenge from fourth as they go by the 5/8 and make their way to the 3/4. Neck and neck for the top now on the outside. La Bonne Laura on the inside. It's a Shia Boy on the outside. J.B. Pendle is racing and bidding on from third. Remember Nev on the rail fourth by the 3/4. Neck and neck still. Shia Boy and La Bonne Laura. The 3/4 in 1:35. They're still battling neck and neck. On the outside by a head, La Bonne Laura, Shia Boy. J.B. Pendle tips out 3 wide to rush on. Remember Nev is racing fourth. Mountain North, Kill Kieran Eagle, Nichols Meadow, Mormac Doris. They're driving for home. It's La Bonne Laura. J.B. Pendle on the outside now comes to the top. J.B. Pendle. Remember Nev is coming on as they come to the wire. J.B. Pendle. Remember Nev at the line. J.B. Pendle. Remember Nev. Tight for show between La Bonne Laura and it looks like maybe Kill Kieran Eagle. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 3. The result of the 9th and final dash is now official. Race 9 official. Remember Nev, second. La Bonne Laura, 4th. Shia Boy, 7th. Mountain North, 5th. Kilkieran Eagle was 3rd. Mormac Doris, 8th. Nichols Meadow was 6th, and J.B. Pendle, your race winner. The race times are by the quarter in 30 and 2. Past the half in 1:04, 3/4 in 1:35. J.B. Pendle, your winner in 2:07 and 3. It's are behind the gate and at the top of the stretch. On the rail, Mormac Doris with Don Mahar. Laurel Prospect, John Davidson. J.B. Pendle with Rick Armstrong. Jim Jam Corky, Bernie Charlton. Champagne Tiffany, Gilles Berriot. Glengarry Power with Ross McDonald, and Never Dream Alone and Steve Mahar. Here they come. They're off, and as they leave the wire, J.B. Pendle quickly prances to the early lead. Mormac Doris up on the inside, driving second. Laurel Prospect takes third. They're into that first turn, and J.B. Pendle is on top and leading by 2.5 lengths. Mormac Doris is racing second. Laurel Prospect third by the first 8th pole. Then Jim Jam Corky, Champagne Tiffany, Glengarry Power, Never Dream Alone trails. Up the backstretch for the first quarter, it's J.B. Pendle on top now by only 1.25 lengths. Mormac Doris and Laurel Prospect still racing third. They're your first three by the opening quarter. J.B. Pendle by that marker in 32 and 3. Into that far turn, it's J.B. Pendle and Mormac Doris sitting pretty and racing second. Laurel Prospect is third, Jim Jam Corky 4th. Out from second comes Mormac Doris, and out from 5th, coming to challenge as well as Champagne Tiffany as they tip off the top turn. Here they come racing down the stretch in front of the grandstand. It's a J.B. Pendle and Mormac Doris out and battling second. Laurel Prospect now up on the inside racing third. Champagne Tiffany has cover and is racing 4th as they go by the half. Jim Jam Corky, then Never Dream Alone and Glengarry Power trails. They were by the half in 1:05 and 1. Into the clubhouse turn for the second time. J.B. Pendle and Mormac Doris hanging second. Laurel Prospect up on the inside racing third as they go to the 3/4. J.B. Pendle and Mormac Doris, and Champagne Tiffany tips out 3 wide and goes to second. Mormac Doris dropping to third. Laurel Prospect up on the inside now third. To the 3/4, J.B. Pendle and Champagne Tiffany is on the run, and now Laurel Prospect racing second. 1:36 by the 3/4. J.B. Pendle leads by 2.5. Laurel Prospect and Never Dream Alone is now third. Jim Jam Corky on the inside 4th. Then Mormac Doris, Glengarry Power, and Champagne Tiffany, and off the top turn, they come driving home. J.B. Pendle and Laurel Prospect is chasing second. J.B. Pendle, Laurel Prospect is on the run. Never Dream Alone and Jim Jam Corky, they come to the line. J.B. Pendle, Never Dream Alone, Jim Jam Corky. At the line, J.B. Pendle, Never Dream Alone, Jim Jam Corky, and Glengarry Power. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. Parading back now, the unofficial winner of race number 6. It's number 3, J.B. Pendle. J.B. Pendle is a black pacing gelding, 11 years, by Ira Lobel. Out of Pendle Witch, she by Caliburn. Owned by Rick Armstrong and Neil Grangello of St. John. Trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong. J.B. Pendle picks up his 3rd winning trip of 1990. It's his season's best this afternoon in 2:07 and 2. Number 3, J.B. Pendle and driver Rick Armstrong. The result of the 6th race is now official. Race 6 official. Mormac Doris was 7th. Laurel Prospect 5th. J.B. Pendle, your race winner. Jim Jam Corky was 3rd. Champagne Tiffany 6th. Glengarry Power 4th. Never Dream Alone was 2nd. The race times by the quarter in 32 and 3. Past the half in 1:05 and 1. By the 3/4 in 1:36, J.B. Pendle, your winner in 2:07 and 2. The opening 8th pole. Then it is Dr. Dividend, Glengyle Cobra, Calavrita Lassie, and Shrieky Sheila trails. To the first quarter, out from second goes Dandy Sealster bidding for the top, and he takes it. Dandy Sealster back on top. Wendy down now racing second. Charlotte's Gem parked. Racing on the outside third, 31 and 2 by the opening quarter. Rosemont is racing 4th. Glengyle Cobra on the outside 5th. Then Dr. Dividend, Calavrita Lassie on the move. Shrieky Sheila trails. Into that far turn, they race on towards the 3/8. They're by that marker now. Dandy Sealster takes them off the top turn with Charlotte's Gem. On the outside now, tucks in second. That's Glengyle Cobra. Now driving up on the outside, Cobra comes to second. Charlotte's Gem is racing third. Rosemont with cover driving fourth. Wendy down, Calavrita Lassie, Dr. Dividend and Shrieky Sheila trails. They were by the half in 3 and 4. Into the clubhouse turn for the second and final time. It's Dandy Sealster, Glengyle Cobra at his wheel and charging second. Charlotte's Gem is racing third as they go by the 5/8 and drive to the 3/4 neck and neck. On the inside, Dandy Sealster. On the outside, Glengyle Cobra dropping back. Charlotte's Gem is racing third, Wendy down. Then Rosemont, Dr. Dividend, Calavrita Lassie and Shrieky Sheila by the 3/4. Still Dandy Sealster 1:34 and 1. Dandy Sealster takes him into that far turn, leading a length and a quarter. Glengyle Cobra still in pursuit, racing second. Charlotte's Gem is third, back 3 lengths to Wendy down fourth. The others, we go by the 7/8 and they come driving for home. It's Dandy Sealster, Glengyle Cobra, and Charlotte's Gem. They're off by themselves. Dandy Sealster now, Charlotte's Gem coming to second. Coming down to the wire, it's Dandy Sealster. Here they are. At the line, Dandy Sealster, Charlotte's Gem, Glengyle Cobra, tight for fourth between Dr. Dividend and Shrieky Sheila. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 4. The result of the 9th race is now official. Race 9 official. Wendy Down was 6th. Rosemont, 7th. Charlotte's Gem, 2nd. Dandy Sealster, your race winner. Glengyle Cobra was 3rd. Dr. Dividend, 5th. Calavrita Lassie. Starters for the 9th race, behind the gate and approaching the top of the stretch. Surpriser with Doug Falkins, Mormac Doris, Don Mahar. Domino Rex with Brian Moore. Pearl's Thunder, Wayne Mahar. Don Fella, Bernie Charlton. Yankee Sealster with Charlie Price. Ball McGee Laddie and Jody Hennessy. And from the outside, Prince Scamp and Rick Armstrong. 8 starters. Here they come. They're off and leaving the wire. Domino Rex goes driving for the top on the outside. Ball McGee Laddie on the extreme outside. Prince Scamp, Surpriser racing up on the inside. Into the first turn, that's Domino Rex on the run, and the trailers getting by okay, by the 8th pole. Up the backstretch, they're scattered as they race for the opening quarter, and Ball McGee Laddie shows the way, with Prince Scamp racing second, back about 12 lengths to Pearl's Thunder, attempting to close that gap third. Yankee Sealster is 4th, Surpriser 5th. Then Don Fella, Domino Rex back pacing, and Mormac Doris trails. By the opening quarter, 31 1/5, and they race into the far turn. Ball McGee Laddie, Prince Scamp. The gap now closed to 3 lengths as Pearl's Thunder makes that ground up, racing third now. Yankee Sealster is 4th. Then Surpriser, Domino Rex, Don Fella, Mormac Doris. Off the top turn, they come racing for the half, and Ball McGee Laddie still cuts it out. Prince Scamp and Pearl's Thunder racing third. Yankee Sealster is 4th, Surpriser 5th. After those, we go back about 6 lengths to Domino Rex, Don Fella, and the trailer is Mormac Doris as they went by the half, 1:03 and 1. Into the clubhouse turn for the second and final time. Ball McGee Laddie shows the way. Prince Scamp still sitting in the pocket second as they cross the 5/8 pole and drive to the 3/4. Ball McGee Laddie, Prince Scamp, Pearl's Thunder still racing third. Yankee Sealster is 4th. Surpriser, Domino Rex, Don Fella, and the trailer is Mormac Doris as they go by the 3/4. Ball McGee Laddie and Prince Scamp gets ready to come out to challenge from second, 34 and 3. Prince Scamp comes out to challenge now. Into that far turn, neck and neck on the outside, Prince Scamp. On the inside, Ball McGee Laddie, Pearl's Thunder racing third, Yankee Sealster 4th. Off the top turn, here they come for home, and Prince Scamp has the top now. Ball McGee Laddie, Pearl's Thunder now on the outside drives on. It's Prince Scamp and Ball McGee Laddie, Pearl's Thunder coming down to the wire. Prince Scamp wins it. Then Pearl's Thunder, Ball McGee Laddie, and Surpriser. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 3. Pacing gelding, 5 years by Scamp Direct out of Victoria Princess, Sheeby County Judge. Owned by Gail George of London, Ontario. Trained and driven by Ricky Armstrong. Prince Scamp picks up his second winning trip of 1990 this afternoon in 2:05 and 3. Don't forget, though, The inquiry sign has been posted. The result of the 9th race is now official. Race 9 official, Surpriser was 4th. Mormac Doris was 8th, placed 7th. Domino Rex finished 6th, was placed 8th, set back for interference in the first turn. Pearl's Thunder 2nd. Donnell Fella 7th, placed 6th. Yankee Sealster was 5th. Ball McGee Laddie 3rd. Prince Scamp, your race winner. The race times by the quarter in 31-1. By the half in 103-1. Past the 3/4 in 134-3. Prince Scamp, your winner, 205-3.
Now for the 9th race for fillies and mares, a field of 6 behind the gate, and approaching the top of the stretch, there's little FL Hitter with John Davidson. Elusive Fern and Winston Campbell. Ruffian Lass, Rick Armstrong. French Irish, Ron Robertson. Easy Time Gal with Steve Mahar. Miss Levy Road and Jody Hennessy, and here they come. Elusive Fern on the run. They're off. FL Hitter now. Easy Time Gal from the far outside. Wings 4 and she grabs the top. Head of the turn, Easy Time Gal. FL Hitter racing is 2nd. Ruffian Lass has 3rd. French Irish 4th. Miss Levy Road. Far back, Elusive Fern. They're by the 8th. They go on up the backstretch, driving onto the quarter pole. Easy Time Gal has the best of it. She's leading by 2 lengths. FL Hitter racing 2nd. Ruffian Lass has 3rd. French Irish 4th. Miss Levy Road 5th. And Elusive Fern far back at Easy Time Gal was the leader by the quarter, 30-5. Round the top turn, Easy Time Gal but 2. Then FL Hitter racing 2nd. Ruffian Lass, French Irish, Miss Levy Road, and Elusive Fern. Through the stretch they come. They're racing now to the half. Up front and cutting it out, Easy Time Gal, leading by 2 lengths. FL Hitter racing is 2nd. Ruffian Lass 3rd. Then French Irish, Miss Levy Road is moving, and there goes Ruffian Lass out from 3rd. Elusive Fern trails by the half, 101-4. Round the turn for the 5/8. Ruffian Lass moving on the outside, lapped on the leader. The leader is Easy Time Gal. Ruffian Lass going for it. They're nose to nose right now as they drive to the 3/4 pole, and Ruffian Lass gets a nose in front. Easy Time Gal staying with her, racing is 2nd. Miss Levy Road 3rd. FL Hitter 4th. 3/4 in, 132-5. Round the top turn on the outside, Ruffian Lass. On the inside, Easy Time Gal. Miss Levy Road 3rd. FL Hitter 4th, looking for room. French